What's up, guys? Nepenthez here, and welcome to the start of Season 7. Before we get into Season 7, first of all, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys a lot. And second of all, just as promised, I just want to give you guys a little record of the top 5 leagues, who won it, and the Champions League and Europa League, and who won it over the last 6 years. So, since we took over in Football Manager, the league has been won by Man City, Chelsea twice, Liverpool twice, and now Arsenal. And in that time, Chelsea finished second, and third in the 4 years that they didn't win it. So Chelsea obviously have built a really, really good squad, but also Liverpool got a third, 2 seconds, and then outside of the top 3. And Man City won like this year's title that Liverpool have won in real life, of course. So there you go. Arsenal managed to win the league, which is quite nice. In terms of the Bundesliga, let's have a look at the past winners here. History for past winners. It has been won by Bayern, Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, Leipzig, and then Bayern again. So a very similar trend of teams winning in the Bundesliga. In the Serie A, we have then got the winners. This is going to be an interesting one. Juventus for 2 years. They then lost Ronaldo. He retired. Then no more Juventus. Inter, Roma, and Inter winning the Serie A. The French League, or the Ligue 1. What am I going to have to do here? The League 1, was it Conforama? If it isn't PSG constantly, I'd be surprised. Yeah, PSG just dominating the league. And then last but not least, the Spanish League, the La Liga. Have we got La Liga in there? Is it called La Liga? Maybe not. Let's just go to Real Madrid. That's right. That's how they say it. Oh, do they not have? They don't have it there. Is it like FC Barcelona? Do they not have that? Oh, was that? What else do we? I don't even know what. Like what else would it be called? Let me just go to my my club info screen, or my main screen, where it shows all of the news. Where is my news? Social feed, leagues in focus. There we go. So we have got the Spanish First Division. It's called. Okay, there you go. And the past winners of the Spanish First Division: Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Barcelona again. Of course, no more Lionel Messi in this game. No more Cristiano Ronaldo in this game. They have got an Anthony Martial up front, though, which is quite interesting. At 29 years old, it goes to show how long he's got left in his actual career, doesn't it? And then Ferland Mendy in there as well, at 30 years old. Crazy. So that's who won those 6 leagues. And then let's go for the Champions League. Is it called the Champions League? The Champions Cup. There you go. So the holders are Liverpool. And Liverpool aren't just the holders. Liverpool are absolutely dominating. So Liverpool won it in real life in 2018-19. And then in this current real season, Liverpool won it. Then Spurs won it. Then Liverpool, then PSG, and then Liverpool again. And then the Europa Champions Cup, European Champions. Oh wait, no, hold on. We don't want the European Champions Cup, do we? We want the Europa. There you go, the Euro Cup. Won by Lazio, Arsenal, Manchester United, Man City, Tottenham, and then Zebre. Now, what's very interesting is that European competitions have been dominated by English teams. So I don't know if there's like some kind of just like English bias in this game because I'm English and have an English version or whatever. I don't know. So that's where we're at now. In terms of our club, oh, what a transfer window. What a transfer window. It's been fantastic. We'll start with the finances. We've got 1.6 million in the bank. We've still got 5k wage budget and 170k transfer budget. And I'm excited to spend some of this wage budget. I need one more player for our team, and then I think we're good for this season. In terms of the club vision, make the most of set pieces. I just don't have a set piece taker right now, so it's not really the easiest thing to do. Play counter-attacking football. They're satisfied. Work within the wage budget on course. And then they want Sky Bet League 2 top half. I will be gutted if I don't win it. After last season and how we let it slip, right? I think this season our team is so much better. I'm honestly expecting a very easy promotion and then also a really good first year in League One. My team's that good, and I'll show you in a second. So FA Cup second round and Carabao Cup be competitive. And so happy days. Not too difficult for the manager performance. And then club info, obviously 3 years in Vanarama in the South, 1 year in Vanarama National, and now 3 years in... we actually only finished one position better off last season. In terms of transfers, guys, let's have a look at the transfer history. So the transfers out, Avdo obviously left for free, and I am gutted about that. He just didn't want to sign a new contract. He just wanted to leave, but he's a sore loss, that's for sure. We managed to sell Dreher to Millwall for 475k. I didn't want to sell him. I rejected a lot of bids. He had a minimum fee release clause of 475k, and when one team offered it, loads of teams offered it, and he went to Millwall. Now, he's 20 years old. He's pretty decent. I think we got a bargain for him for 475k. I mean, we signed him on a free from Arsenal's youth, and then played him for 1 season and then sold him for basically $500,000. That, in my opinion, is sensational business. We lost Scott Fulton for 170k. And there's an interesting story behind Fulton. He is good, and I didn't want to lose him, but I almost didn't sign him. He's another one that when we were looking at what my scouts sent me him, and my chat when I was streaming were telling me, hey, he's worth 250k at Man City and he wants to come to you. Sign him up. Worst case scenario, just sell him on straight away and make some money. So I signed him up, and he was worth like 125k or whatever when he came to us. And when it was time to accept his deal, I almost pressed cancel. I don't know. I was just like, no, I just don't want him. At the time, I had like a few other good right wingers and just some good players in general, and I just didn't feel like I needed him. But obviously, we ended up picking him up. He played 1 season for us, was absolutely spectacular. Not even as a starter, but mostly as a sub and a rotation player. And then Sheffield Wednesday bought him for 170,000. So he served the purpose that we wanted from him. And then we also managed to sell Adam Liddell. When we signed him, he was very, very, very good in terms of stats. And still now, if I saw him come up available for a free transfer now, I'd be like, oh, he looks really good. I want to sign him. Because he's got everything that should work, right? Well-rounded physicals, very nice mentals. Again, well-rounded. 14 finishing. His long shots are good. His penalties are good. But in his 3 years at the club, he scored 7 goals, just total goals as well. 5 goals and 3 goals. He scored 15 goals in 3 years at the club. He just did not perform. And it's not like we didn't start him. The first season, 15 games, 7 goals. He was actually scoring in the Vanarama National. Wait, how did I get him in the Vanarama National? Where is his... Oh, we're in our 3rd season now with Sky Bet in League 2, yeah. So 7 goals in the Vanarama National, 5 in League 2, and then 3 in League 2. He just wasn't good. So when MK Dons became interested in him, I was just like immediately like, yep, let me just try and get rid of him. And he's gone. So we made a lot of money there, 700,000 out. And then in terms of the players in, for the first season in a long time, you'll see here, last season, loads. This season, not that many. And the reason why it's not that many is because we don't need that many. We signed Benjamin Silas. He is a left back and can also play centre back and CDM. And I signed him because he's got very nice physicals and mentals. And then 13 tackling, 11 passing, 10 marking. So he is going to be a really, really good player. He's only £300 per week. He's not going to necessarily be a starter. But he's got unbelievable potential. We signed Naldo on loan from Sheffield Wednesday, who is going to be my left back. We've only got him for 6 months on loan. Hopefully we'll be able to extend his loan. And that's where I had to ask the board. I'd offered so many contracts to so many people. I had to ask the board to like get him on loan, and they didn't. For some reason, they only went for 6 months. We then signed Roger Dreher. Now, this guy came up, and I like him a lot. His physicals are outstanding. His mentals are good, and then he's got 16 tackling and 13 marking. So as like a ball-winning midfielder, literally as a defensive midfielder, he is unreal, absolutely unreal. I'm really excited to have him in the team. We've then got David Poole, who got signed on a free transfer. This guy is actually an experiment. The reason why this guy's an experiment is because I was looking at the top assisters from the league last season, and the person who got the most assists in the league last season, in fact, let me show you. if we go to competitions, Sky Bet League 2, history, records, and then go to players and have a look at most assists by a player in a season, this guy right here that got the most assists is a left back, and he's not particularly that good. He's got 14 acceleration, 14 pace, 13 natural fitness. His crossing is only 11. His tackling isn't great. His passing isn't great. His marking isn't great. But obviously, what width in this game works. And so, even though he's quite bang average, he got 21 assists. Not from free kicks either. Not from set pieces. Just from banging up and down that left wing. So when we look at David Poole, what I liked about him is he is very, very similar. He doesn't quite have the acceleration, but he's got the same pace, very good stamina, good natural fitness, great agility and balance, 12 crossing, 10 corners, which is irrelevant, and 12 free kick taking, and then 11 tackling as well. So I will use this guy in experimental manners to see if just setting him as like an attacking right back or wing back or whatever helps and like gets me lots of assists. So he's very cheap on wages as well. He's only on £300 a week as well. We got RJ back on loan for a second season, which is obviously fantastic news. We've got Darren Beacom from Plymouth on on loan, I beg your pardon. Another defender. Again, good physicals, really good technicals, good mentals. We needed to improve the defence after last season. We also got Wyn Hughes from Birmingham on loan, another absolutely sensational centre-back. And then we got Tom Leroyd from a free transfer, and I'm really happy with him. His physicals are outrageous. His passing is spectacular. His heading, free kicks, dribbling are great. Finishing not the best, but I have a feeling he's just still going to be absolutely brilliant. So that's all we brought in so far. I have got one more player that I want. We have got 5 loans for this season, but our team in general, I really, really, really like. And we're going to build the squad for the first game here today. But before that, there is a player that I want to sign called Joe Royland. Now, I tried to offer him a contract and I couldn't match his wages because I'd offered so many wages out to so many players that I've ended up pulling the plug on. I couldn't give him what he wanted. I ended up being able to offer him a contract and got it to a point where he would have accepted it. But the stream pointed out that for me to just sign him just straight up, there would be 325,000 payable to TNS for him. I don't know why. I literally don't know where that comes from. He doesn't have a contract. He doesn't have any clauses or anything. I don't know where it comes from, right? But when I offered them literally a transfer offer of £0, they accepted it. So this guy is going to be coming to the club when I'm going to have to wait about 2 to 3 weeks so that he'll engage in contract negotiations again. And then he's going to be our left wing for this season. And he obviously looks brilliant. His physicals, again, very, very good. His technicals, really well-rounded. His mentals, really well-rounded. I just got a lot of hope. I got good feeling for him. So we've got injuries again already. Samba out for another 3 weeks. Gavin Armstrong still suspended from last season. But let's have a look, guys, at the squad and what it's going to look like and show you guys the depth and the quality that we've got. So we've got Nick Naylor back on loan for another year. I don't know why that wasn't in the dev centre. He can go in. I'm trying to get rid of Dominic Rogerson. Not only was he like a liability last season, he's on 1,000 a week. I just don't want to spend those wages on a backup goalkeeper. It seems a bit stupid. In terms of the defenders, guys, so our right side of the back line, we've got Armstrong, we've got Poole, we've got Rodwell, we've got Simpson, we've got Lloyd. Now, I took the vice-captaincy off Lloyd, which is why he's unhappy. He is definitely a backup player. He's got good physicals, not the greatest acceleration, but needs time, needs a bit of work. We've got James Simpson, who is good, but not really great. I think, again, he'll be a backup player, and as a breakthrough prospect, I think he understands that as well. We've got Rodwell, who is also a breakthrough prospect, and not very good. I feel like I signed him last year because I was panicking because I didn't have that many defenders. I won't renew his contract when it expires this year. I have no intention of really playing him or using him unless I absolutely have to. So he's not part of this. We then got Hughes, who's obviously, he can play right back, centre back, and defensive midfield. We're going to be playing him at centre back, of course. And in fact, there he will go into that centre back role right there. And then we've got the right back. So the two choices are David Poole, who we want to use as the experiment, and then the first choice right back, which will be Gavin Armstrong. So when he comes back, he'll be going in. He is also being touted A lot of clubs wanted him and bid for him. He only has 170,000, I think. Where's his contract? Contract here. Oh no, I offered him a new contract to remove it. Yeah, never mind. He signed a new contract, so his minimum fee release I removed. So David Poole is going to go in at right back. We've got Wyn Hughes as one of our centre backs. The other centre back choices we've got Roger Dreher. Wait, did it show him? Yeah, it showed him. I want to play him as a ball winning midfielder, but he can also play centre back. So he could play centre back, defensive midfielder, and midfielder centre. We've got Beacom, who obviously we signed as well on loan, who is going to be one other centre back, and then we've got Jake Rooney as our backup. Lots of mistakes last season and the season before from him, but still good player. We've got Mark Lloyd, who's just going to be used when we need him, and Rodwell used when we need him. But lots of depth now in the defence. 2 loanee centre-backs, which obviously isn't ideal. I still need to strengthen that part of the squad for me. And if we can do that throughout the season, absolutely brilliant. And then in at left-back, we have got Silas and Naldo. Now, both of these guys are brilliant. Silas can play attacking midfielder on the left as well. So when we look at his stats, I mean, he is just good. I like him a lot. And again, he should be able to be good down that left-hand side because he's got really good tackling, 9 crossing, good physicals, good mentals. There's just a lot of good stuff there from him. But Naldo's the main man here. Silas obviously can play midfield as well, so he may well. But Naldo's going to be our main man in at left back. So 3 loanee players in defence. I did say I'd strengthen the back line, and we have done indeed. Into the midfield roles, so the centre midfielders, we have got Walker, RJ back, Silas and Dreher. It's going to be tough to find the right players, the right balance. I think I need Dreher in because his stats are just so good, right? So we're going to pop him in, and we're going to need to do tactics. I don't know if I already did it, but I want to do I'll redo the tactics. And then the other midfielder is just has to be RJ. I know he can play a striker as well, and I might start playing him at striker if the strikers that I have just start to fail. But RJ is going to go in there as a centre midfielder as well, and that's going to leave Tom Walker for the bench, which is fine, because we are going to get injuries and suspensions and things like that. And Silas for the time being for the bench as well. But he should hopefully be a really good rotation player for us. And then we look at the attacking midfielders on the right and left. So the right midfield, so first off, we've got Glatzel still, who I like a lot. And I might play at striker. I think he's well suited to it. We've got Tom Leroyd, who is also very, very, very good. And I'm excited to use him. And we've still got Douse, who's coming through big. I like him a lot. I think he's very, very good. We signed him last season. He was really, really good for us. So for the attacking right midfield spot for game 1, we're going to be playing Leroyd in that right midfield spot. And then on the left-hand side, we've got Samba, who's injured. We've got Silas. We've got Walker. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, I am going to be playing Leroyd there. But for this first game, I'm going to be playing Glatzel at right wing. And Leroyd at left wing because we got an injury to Samba, and he just has so many injuries. He's got potential. I just need him to stop being injured, basically. And then up front, we've still got the usuals. We've got Blakey, we've got Terrell Whitaker, and now we've got RJ Glatzel and Leroyd as strikers, and Douse as a backup striker as well. Now Terrell Whitaker is going to be back in training, so it's going to be Whitaker and Blakey as the starting lineup, and that's the team, boys. So I personally think this is a very, very good team. We don't have the greatest depth in the history of the world. We've only got 3 spare players. It would be nice to still bring in 1 or 2 more. And that Irishman from the Welsh League is definitely one of those players that I want to bring in. Outside of that, the team is good. Now, in terms of tactics, what I want to do is I want to create a 4-4-2 again. I want it to just be basic, just to start with. I don't want any bells and whistles to start with. So we're going to go into wing play. We're going to go back to the 4-4-2. I'm going to just play as the 4-4-2. We've got Naldo as an attacking player, Glatzel as an attacking player. Now, in terms of positions, obviously Dreher is fine for that role, perfect. RJ is great for that role as well. Leroyd is great for that role. Glatzel is very, very good for that role. We're calm with that. Naldo, maybe not the best for that role. Might be better suited to a support role or a defend role. No, I don't really need him to defend. Let's set it back to attack. Poole obviously has got the potential that we need. In terms of the team instructions, I don't want necessarily a higher tempo. I don't want to keep giving the ball away. I do want a bit more direct passing. I don't want to be extremely wide either. I just want width. And then we want to play down the wings and obviously get into the box with the boys. In transition, we're going to be countering when possession has been won. Distribute down the flanks, which is fine. And obviously we don't want to roll it out. And then out of possession, we've got quite a high line. We've got a lot of pace in the back line. I can move the line up just a little bit. The defensive width is fine. The pressing intensity, I need to turn down. That was one thing that always gave us issues before, and we're done there. And then in terms of set pieces, set piece takers, guys, so our corners now, I don't want Blakey to take the corners because I want him to be heading them in, right, basically. So Blakey's not going to be taking our corners. RJ is. RJ is going to be our corner taker, and then Naldo can be our backup corner taker. I do want Blakey to take our free kicks, however. He is the best available for that. And then for long throws, Gavin Armstrong when he comes back, Simpson when he gets into the team. In the meantime, Naldo goes in there, no problem. In terms of set pieces, I don't have set pieces really set up properly. I know I just want to go near post and get, where is Blakey? Is that Blakey? That is, yeah. And just get Blakey into that attack near post role, right? That's all I want from him. And then on the left, I want it again. I want him to attack that near post. And I want this here to go into the near post. So the corners are going to go into Blakey at the near post. That's basically all we've got going on. And then for free kicks, let's do throw-ins first. Throw-ins, we want the attacking throw-ins to be long. I know I don't really have the greatest long throw taker, but it's still... I didn't do it last season, and I didn't score any goals from long throw-ins. But 2 years before, when I had a good long thrower, we scored quite a lot. So from the long throw. So I want to do that again. Penalty takers, obviously, we've got a very, very clear penalty taker for us here. And I want Whittaker to be taking the penalties as well. And Blakey can go and take penalties too. And then free kicks. I need to do a bit of work in general on all of the free kicks. But just once again, we want to be sending the free kick taker. I suppose this is direct free kick, so it's Blakey. So indirect from wide, we want to be sending. So I don't have a free kick taker here. I'm gonna have to go and change all that. I'll do that after the next game. I'll leave that on default for the time being, because we're already deep into the video, and I want to get into the first game against Woking. But that's where we're at. That is where we're at. So we have got Woking for our first game of the season, which is going to be the only game that we play right here. And hopefully a few things can happen. Hopefully, number one, we can go on and just dominate this league because I feel like we've got a squad good enough for it. And there you go, perfect. Blakey, I just offered him a contract just before, but he's he had some interest. We have to pay him a little bit more. He's £300 more per week £300 more per week than he was for his last contract. We've signed him up for another 2 years. Hopefully we can get into League One by that time as a bare minimum, if not up towards the Championship, and then either utilise him in the Championship or take a big pay for selling him on. I had to give him a fair bit to get him there, but it's definitely worth it. And I think next, the things that I need out of this season is I need to dominate the league. I don't mind if we have a mid to rough start. I don't mind if we don't win, win. But what I need to do is make sure that we get the consistency and make sure that we've got the team playing well to a tactic. The other thing I need to do is get that Welshman from the Irish League, or the Irishman from the Welsh League, should I say. And the last thing that we need to do is still just strengthen the squad with 1 or 2 more players. So, suitable direct free kick takers. Is there no way to... Can I not just apply that? Is there no way to just click apply? Here. Defend more narrowly, no. 5-6 defensive duties, no. Can I not click add taker here? Anyway, I'll do the free kick stuff after. Let's get into today's game. And who's that? No, Silas. Oh, he's on the bench anyway, isn't he? That more injuries, man. What is it with me and injuries? We get so many, so very many. Oh, I've got actually. Who's that in the? Damn. So Naldo doesn't even have that much fitness. I don't have another left back, so Silas could have played left back because Naldo doesn't have great stamina, but not anymore. So Rogerson resumes full training. Let's praise Blakey's training. And let's get Rogerson on the bench. Not that I'd ever use him, but that's really, really sad, man. That's really, really sad. He's only out for a few days as well, which sucks, but it's a red injury. Let's before we get into this, I just want to show you guys at the start of the season the season preview. So we are in at 5th, 4-1 to win the title. So they believe in us, obviously, which is very good because we are very good. In terms of top scorers, does it show that? Both Blakey and Terrell Whitaker were the 2 favoured players to finish top scorers this season. And that obviously makes a lot of sense because they finished 1st and 3rd last season. And so, with a better team around them, you would expect them to be able to just do more or the same, at least the same. So Woking, we've got in different results too. 3 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. We've got RJ and Dreher apparently don't play well together, even though they've never played together ever before. Glatzel was struggling with match fitness. That's fine. We'll sub him out at halftime. Also, we've got lots of players to bring on to that right-hand side. We're coming into a 4-4-2. I just want the guys to go out there, get us a win, start this season off nicely. And I'm going to start off on balanced as well and just let the players hopefully do the talking. I need to turn match stats off here. What do I want here? League table. There we go. And I don't want latest scores here. I want match overview. There we go. And so, yeah, are we going to concede straight away? Yes, we are. Okay, so 6 minutes in, and we've already conceded. Fat lot of good that new back line did, huh? As I said, I don't really mind it too much. I will look at tactics and analysis a lot more now, even after a game-to-game basis, just to get a true understanding of what's going wrong, where we can improve and such. And then 15 minutes in, RJ whips out to the far post and Hughes is saved. Let's get a creative shout out. We've got a lot of men in the box, 7 men in the box. RJ whips it in. It's going to go all the way through. Blakey's not there to get the head on, and Rodoni can counter. Oh, he's run it directly out of play. So even though we haven't controlled any possession here, guys, we are creating a lot of chances, which is very, very nice. As even a draw here away from home in game 1 would be a start. Let's give them a demand more. Focused, nice. A little bit low on stamina, a little bit low on match sharpness, obviously. The ball goes in there. Blakey's going to miss that one. The goalkeeper picks up the loose ball. Who's this highlight going to be for? Hopefully for us. Ball gets punted long. Our defenders should be able to clear that up. I mean, we've got a really good defensive line there as well. And he's gone all the way. Yeah, I like the defensive line there. We weren't all over the place. The boys were in a good position. It would just be nice to have a little bit more possession. But there you go. We've created the same amount of chances. I need to give them, I expect to see a better performance there. And what I want to do straight away is take off Glatzel. And let's bring on Douse. Might bring on Tom Walker as well eventually. Here we go. Another highlight. Woking play the ball short. That's how we played out last season as well, and it provided to be very, very useful for us. Hayes with the ball. Is this going to be a bad start to the season? It's not even getting closed down at all. Again, we've got a lot of men back. I don't know if I want to play counter-attacking football. I feel like my team is good enough to just control games. Let's go positive from now as well. This is going to be a hell of a chance. Like, this highlight has lasted so long that usually, from my experience anyway, when a highlight lasts this long, it results in a goal. And that one didn't, fortunately. But let's go positive. Let's demand more. And let's see if we can put the ball in the back of the net. I've never been so dominated in possession before. And that's going to be a goal, isn't it? Oh, my God. Anthony Rose, he scored 2. He's their centre-back. He's their centre-back. He's their centre-back. And he scored 2 goals. Woking are beating us 2-0. And we are bottom of the table, boys. Not the greatest start. Now we need to go attacking. Now we need to demand more. In fact, I'm going to switch into the old tactics. I have to. We can't just let it go like this. Let's bring Leroy off for Walker. Who else have we got? There's just nobody else here that I even want to bring on that can make an impact going forwards. I know it's maybe stupid switching to the old tactics, but this new tactic obviously wasn't working. Got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Are we going to get 1 goal back from a long throw, no less? How hilarious would that be? Here's RJ. It's going to go to Blakey. Whips out. There's Douse. It's off the post. We've got a lot of work to do. Maybe there's still another... No, this is just going to be the end of the game, isn't it? If we could get one back here, they could kick off and give up possession and give us the chance straight back. But it's not going to happen. Sad. I don't expect to be controlled with possession ever, let alone by Woking. Paul's going to have the ball here down the right-hand side. He plays it long. Whittaker's in behind. Whittaker can go through the right-hand side, whips it across. Nothing doing. And that's going to be full-time there, guys. So really, really sad that. We kind of just, like 70% possession. I've never seen anything like it. I would like to see... Woking's formation. 4-1-2. So Woking played 4-3-3 basically and just dominated possession in the midfield. Their centre-back scored both their goals. Look at that. Defensive, 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 defensive. Attacking, attacking, attacking. And then support there. And this guy, nothing. So they literally just had 5 defenders and 3 attacking midfielders as supportive. I'm attacking, support, defensive, defensive. Maybe I need to have a proper rethink about how I want to play the game. So not the greatest start, sadly. But it can only get better. Our team is brilliant for it. I would be very, very surprised if after 10 or 15 games we weren't up in that first to third spot there with how good this team is. We just need to press on. So that, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.